Welcome to Knockout Crypto. Thank you for following the channel. You can follow us on YouTube, Knockout Crypto, on Instagram, Knockout Crypto, and Twitter, Knockout Crypto. Also, you can go to knockoutcrypto.com to see our in-depth videos and more information that you can't get anywhere else. So the Bitcoin ETF decision will not be on August 10th. I know a lot of people are expecting the Bitcoin ETF decision to be on August 10th. But this article by Mark Hartley, unless you've been living on the rock, you will have no doubt heard about August 10th, the date the SEC will decide on a proposed Bitcoin ETF. On June 26th last month, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission received an application from CBOE Global Markets for a Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund ETF license. CBOE Global Markets is the company that owns the Chicago Board Options Exchange, as well as the BATS Global Markets, a pan-European market that operates between London and the U.S. Creation of a new Bitcoin ETF. In cooperation with the New York-based Van Eyck investment firm and blockchain platform SolidX, CBOE Global Markets put forth the proposal for a license to list and trade a Bitcoin-based ETF. Approval of a Bitcoin ETF could be huge news for the cryptocurrency market. Van Eyck CEO Jan Van Eyck believes the creation of a Bitcoin ETF will give further exposure to the price of Bitcoin and help protect shareholders against operational risks associated with investing in the asset. However, the SEC is understandably concerned with the issues the listing could bring about, including high market volatility and increased liquidity. For this reason, 2 previous applications for Bitcoin ETFs this year have already been rejected by the Commission. So why August 10th for a Bitcoin ETF decision? In an article published by Coinbase on July 11th, it was suggested that the SEC would make their decision regarding the proposal by August 10th. However, according to a Reddit post made last night by an exceptionally well-mannered Reddit user Crypto Walker, announcing that they may not be correct. The Coinbase article appears to have reached the date due to the notice from the SEC stating that a decision will be no less than 45 days from the date of publication in the Federal Register. The SEC notice was published on June 26, but that's not the same date that it was published in the Federal Register. The Federal Register publication only appeared July 2nd, meaning the date for the decision can be no sooner than August 16th. Even then, the date can be extended if required, and even once the eventual date does arrive, the SEC can still initiate further proceedings to assist in decision making. Wording from the notice: within 45 days of the date of publication of this notice in the Federal Register, or within such longer period as the Commission may designate up to 90 days of such date if it finds such longer period to be appropriate and publishes its reasons for so finding. There is no doubt a large contingent of avid Bitcoin investors and traders out there who have been eagerly awaiting this decision, but if Crypto Walker is right, and with a name like that, how could he not be? It appears we may have to wait a little longer. So it could be 45 days from the date of publication, which was July 2nd. So 45 days from July 2nd is August 16th. But then it could be an additional 45 days from August 16th. So let's look at this. So this could be an additional 16 days from August 16th. So August 16th, September 16th, then you got another 15 days. That would take you to September 30th. It could be up to September 30th for a Bitcoin ETF. So that could be a more of a waiting period. It could be longer than that if they have other things going on. So at the ending of September is when we can expect the decision on the Bitcoin ETF, possibly. It could be longer. It could be possibly September 30th at the latest. So that's what's going on with the Bitcoin ETF. I know there's a lot of people wanting to know when is this Bitcoin ETF decision going to be made on the CBOE application. And that has fueled a little bit of the rally in the market in the past few days, going from 6,400 to 7,400. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $7,424. So we're up about $1,000 in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Total market cap is $282 billion. So we're up in that way too. Bitcoin dominance is 45%. That's the highest we've seen in the past. The highest we've seen in the past few months. I mean, yeah, at least the past few months. We haven't seen 45% dominance for a while. And you know, there's also been a lot of enthusiasm about this SEC decision on the Bitcoin ETF. Gets an overwhelming amount of public opinion. A great deal of cryptocurrency proponents are hoping for a positive outcome when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission decides on whether or not they will approve the latest Bitcoin-based ETF application filed by the CBOE. The U.S. regulator had asked for public opinion concerning the ETF again, and this time around, the number of responses sent to the regulator is 10x the amount that was sent this past April. So SEC receives 10x the number of responses for the upcoming Bitcoin ETF decision. So that's interesting. There's a lot of interest in getting this going. So basically, yeah, we just know that August 16th is a possible date. And September 30th is a possible date if they decide to extend it. But even if the CBOE is approved, then they're gonna have to get it built and able to market, and that could take a few months to get to the market. So I don't know if we actually see a ETF approval and on the market till first quarter of 2019. I just want to temper expectations a little bit, because even if it is approved, then they got to get it to the market, which may take another few more months. I know a lot of people are thinking we're one positive regulatory decision away, maybe an ETF approved by the SEC to climb through 20,000 to even 50,000 by the end of the year. So a lot of people seem to think the ETF is the juggernaut that could push it forward. But yeah, the August 16th date and the August 16th date and the September 30th date is the dates I would be watching for the ETF. But I would just say, regardless, buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin is going to bounce back past its previous high eventually. Whether it's 200 days from now, 400 days from now, or 600 days from now, we know Bitcoin is going back to 20,000, right? I think everyone knows that, and I think there's a lot of confidence in that prediction. So hold your Bitcoin. Let me know what you think of the video. Thank you for following Knockout Crypto. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Guys, thank you for your support. Check out knockoutcrypto.com. I got a lot more information there, in-depth videos, a lot more things going on there. You don't want to miss the information on knockoutcrypto.com. It's well worth it. Thank you for following Knockout Crypto.